Hello and a very warm welcome to the Andrew Eborn Show with me, Andrew Eborn, and very, very special guest. I'm delighted to welcome the return of the fabulous Martin Cox. How are you, Martin?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yourself?
I'm not too bad at all. I'll tell you what, it's
Yeah.
all looking good. It's been a little while. Last time I saw you, you were there with the family, and we had the whole bunch come in and tell us
Yeah.
all about what they've been up to. How's it all been? What's been going on?
Well, not a lot really. I'm just working generally on things, trying to make ends meet as because we're in this obvious awful situation. So that's quite difficult, as you know. So I got myself a sort of a job.
Oh, what's the
In
job?
brackets.
Have you
Well,
been following
not.
advice?
It's temporary. It's temp. I'm doing online shopping, which means I have to get up at stupid o'clock in the morning to go to a place and pick groceries for people.
Oh,
So
that's
they
all
go
right.
out on the trucks. So yeah, it's all right.
That sounds good. What time do you have to get up in the morning?
I have to get up at 1.
1. Good
Yeah,
heavens. That's not worth going to bed, is it?
not really, not because of the way I'm normally work is I don't normally go to bed until sort of 12 anyway.
Well,
So
you normally don't go to bed till 2, so you'll be getting up before you go to bed. That's a
that's right.
great way
Yeah,
of doing it.
that's half an hour before, to quote a famous line from the
I love it. I
Python.
love it. So how did you get that job?
Just through a temp agency. So they give me shifts. I'm doing in the region of 2 to 3 shifts a week.
Okay. And so
So yeah,
how does it work then? I mean, it's always interesting. And say people are retraining, and it's good because you've got to put food on the table and everything. So how does it work when people go along for these? Because lots of people are saying, look, okay, we've got to get income coming in. How did you find? You just signed up with a temp agency, said, just give me whatever you've got.
yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, I applied online for a couple of things. I did look into doing some van driving, food deliveries, but because of my age and that, I just feel generally that's gonna. I might be able to do that for a few weeks, maybe a month or so, and I think the physical strain will damage me even more, and that'll make it even more. So I'd be sort of working to stop working, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
So I decided that wasn't for me. And then the temp agency said, oh, we have this online shopping thing going if you're interested in that. And yeah, it's all right. I'm managing, as you say, So
I'm trying to think. So I know it's always interesting. And I drove up to Daventry fairly recently. We drove past the Amazon warehouses. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but
yeah,
first of all, they've got the most beautiful buildings ever, because it sort of blends in with the sky. They've got this sort of gradual thing which sort of looks blue, and it gradually gets more grey until you're not quite sure when the building finishes and the sky begins.
yeah,
But
yeah.
those warehouses are massive. And I always got nothing but admiration for machines and ways that things get more and more efficient, and looking beneath the kimono, if you like, at how the processes work. So
Yeah.
because I always thought things like Tesco's and the Sainsbury's and the massive supermarkets, they employ people full time. Are you saying it's different? And if so, how does it work?
Well, this is not for this is a grocery store. You actually mentioned it in your thing there, the grocery store I'm working for.
Okay.
And what really happens is you go in the morning, they give you a quick briefing of how many picks there are, and they give you get a scanner, if you like, gun, and then you just start, you put in your code and off you go, and it tells you where it is, what product it is, and you go and scan it, and it tells you what tray to put it in, and
And,
that's all
and
it is really. It's not rocket science,
oh
or
no,
it's
no,
not,
but neither's brain surgery. So,
no, that's true. So it doesn't
but
take
it
a
is
lot of.
interesting. So, do you go when the major supermarket, and there are lots of them? Do you go to a big warehouse somewhere, or do you do it from a particular store?
No, this is just a local store that I'm doing it in, and it's money coming in.
Oh no, I get it, and well done you for, I mean, that bit, because trying to find stuff in the current climate is really tricky, but it's still fascinating. For me, it's fascinating. The process of any of these things is fascinating, because we tap away on our computers and we order half a ton of peaches and the current climate, about loads of loo roll just in case there's another lockdown, all that sort of stuff. That order then wings its way to head office. And then you get engaged by head office, and you get a little printout, do you? Or you get a machine?
No, it's all on the machine. It's all on the machine.
Okay.
So it's all on like a little handheld, slightly bigger than an iPhone type thing, and it's got a scanner on it, and you just go, you scan the barcode. It tells you if it's the right thing or not, because appreciate that they're filling the shelves at the same time.
Right.
And it's just like doing general shopping for lots of people.
And really. you wonder how the economics of that work, because home delivery, I mean, for a lot of these stores, if it's over a certain amount, it's free.
Yeah.
For other things, it's only like £3. If they've got to pay your time, I get that, but you get a big shopping list, a weekly shop for Mrs. Jones up the road. You get a big shopping list. How long does it take you on average to fulfill an order? I know they vary, but roughly.
Well, because you're not doing just one person, you're doing 8 boxes potentially on a big trolley. So you're doing several people shopping at the same time. So
you go with this. I'm trying to picture this. You go with a massive trolley. You got Mr. Smith, Mr. Jones, Boris from up the road, and they all have their own box. And you had to get you're doing all of that down the shelves, yeah?
Yeah. So it won't take you up and down the shelves, and then you do Mr. Jones's. It will take you for instance, baked beans. They say so you have to pick baked beans for Mrs. Jones, and then the thing will tell you to pick some more baked beans for another box. Right. So you're doing it all in the same row. So you're not going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
But I know when we do a shopping list, or I get sent a shopping list to shop for the family, it's never in the order that you get the aisles. Are they clever? And because they know the layout, do they know that baked beans is in aisle 4 and bananas is in aisle 47? Do they know all of that?
Yeah, so it tells you what aisle, what shelf, and where it should be.
So I'll tell you where there's a hole in the market. The hole in the market is when we get sent, when I get sent to the shop by a family to say, go in here. Our things are never in order. You know what it is? I'm sure
exactly.
You get your shopping list. You've got no idea which aisle it's in. It would be brilliant for somebody to bridge the gap, to use the same system that you're using for the 1 o'clock things for people at home, wouldn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think we're on to
they do that now, don't they? On the app, you can buy an app. You can get an app that enables you to do that.
Oh, really? But so when I'm actually in the shops shopping, I can get an app which will tell me
you can get an app, and it taps into your phone, and it uses a scanner system in your phone. So you use your camera and you scan the item, and it'll tell you where the items are that you want to buy.
Oh, that's good, because then you can save so much time plotting that route. So you get up at 1 o'clock, or you had to be there at 1, or you get up at 1?
I get up at 1. I've got to be there at 2. Okay. Generally work till 7 in the morning, maybe 8 sometimes if someone hasn't turned up. Or
does that happen a lot? Do people, are they a bit
unreliable? Not really. No. People tend to see the same sort of people. They have so many agency workers and so many normal workers there. So that's the thing. It's interesting to find out that different agencies pay different rates.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is something I discovered because I got contacted by another agency, because I enlisted myself on several agencies, and another agency rang me and offered me the same job in the same store for more money.
Oh no! So what did you do?
So you're in the catch-22 there. What do you do? So I talked to them, and it would be like a conflict of interest that if I left this agency to go and work for that agency, and if the agency found out that I'd done that, then they could charge the client more money for finding me.
But what happens to the difference? So if it's X pounds an hour, whatever it is,
Yeah.
I presume that the supermarket pays the same amount of money to the agencies. Is that right?
Yeah, I should imagine that they pay them their standard rate, and then the agency decide how much they're gonna want for their each thing. It's a £2.60 difference.
That's a
Between,
lot.
yeah, it's quite a bit, isn't it?
If you look at
Yeah,
number of hours,
yeah.
do you mind my asking? I mean, how much they pay an hour?
Well, I'm on £8.71
Right, and
an hour.
that's from one agency. How much was the other agency?
Well, the other agency was £11.40.
11 pounds. So it's a lot. It's a big difference.
Yeah, yeah.
As a percentage, it's a big chunk. It's like 30%.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see myself doing this for a big length of time, because I have a small theatre that's interested in, and they've gone back and forward and talked about doing a COVID show.
Okay.
And we're nearly there. They're talking about dates now, so they're coming back with dates. So hopefully that'll be off and running. And my regular show that I do, Zoom show, is now free. I mean, I did try and charge for it, but it just didn't work. I wasn't getting, because there's so many people out there doing Zoom shows for free. It's a really hard market to.
And some are doing it better than others, aren't they? Is the honest answer.
Yeah.
Some are. I've seen so many magicians' crotches. Let me put it that way. Where they don't know how to present to camera, and it's all down here, and it's all with the funny hands and that sort of stuff. And you've got to do the engagement. But first, I do mean this. I think that it's really tough having to feed the family and stuff like that. So credit to you to get out there. I always find it fascinating to see how these processes work. And I would be so tempted. First of all, I love the idea that you can get, it tells you your mapping thing for how to go down the aisles. I would love to turn that into a competition. I'd like to do the real version of a supermarket sweep. You must get both Mrs. Brown versus Mr. Brown and the shopping list. I think that'd be brilliant. Who could work that out? That'd be really cool. So maybe we should do a live Zoom from there one time. Do you think they'd let you do that?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, ask. Say it's for me. You can blame me. I'll give them credit. It sounds fantastic because it will tell people how to do that thing. But you mentioned about the Zoom show, and we're going to get you back, and we're going to be seeing some of the magic that you do in this new and exciting thing. But for now, Martin, it's been so good to catch up with you. Thank you very much for joining me.
No, thanks, mate. And look after yourself. Keep safe.
Take care. See you in a bit.
See ya.
Bye-bye.